Mr. President, we've received a report from the Central Information Agency. Our ground troops have successfully pushed back the black aliens from Westopolis. We've also managed to suppress enemy forces in 5 other cities. There's also reports that the CIA's mainframe has been compromised. We're investigating the incidents now. It is a strong possibility that this was also committed by the black aliens.
Tell the commanding generals that the United Federation will never surrender to terrorists.
Yes, Mr. President.
This planet was once saved from tyranny and annihilation by you 2 heroes. Now mankind must protect this peace at all costs. We must stand united to defend our world against these invaders.
Where's that damn 4th Chaos Emerald? Isn't that Tails?
Look at that! It's Eggman's theme park! He made it out of the rings he's taken from around the world. I've got to get those rings back.
A Chaos Emerald. This is just too easy. Guess it's my lucky day.
So there's a lot to talk about in this video already, so let's just get started. Number 1, yes, it does look like they just reused the President's character model from Sonic Adventure 2 with little to no changes. 2, why does the President have a framed photo of Sonic and Shadow outside the White House on his desk in the Oval Office? Next up, why did they take that photo? And when did they take that photo? It's so many. That photo is just such a funny little thing to have in there. It never ceases to make me laugh. And that's why I was so glad that the Hero Pathway has all the hits on it. Speaking of hits, we have probably the most famous line from this game, was also just featured in a cutscene here. Where's that damn 4th Chaos Emerald? It's probably a perfect encapsulation of how bad the script is in this game. And I've seen some videos of like a proper translation of the Japanese script, and it's much better. So a lot of the like really like edgy 2000s dumb stuff that's in this game is a direct result of the just awful translation and localization that the English team did, I suppose. So yeah, it's funny. It's clearly like, how do we make Shadow seem cool? Just have him curse. Absolutely divorced from any kind of context. Instead of saying, where's that 4th Chaos Emerald? We gotta make him sound cooler. So he's gotta say, where's that damn 4th Chaos Emerald? And of course, I didn't really get to talk about it in the first video, but whenever Shadow gets hit, or most of the time whenever Shadow gets hit, he just goes, damn. Which is, again, it's edgy, it's try-hard, it's what people think of when they think of this game. They don't think of, like, okay, the gameplay's actually slightly better than Sonic Heroes in some respects. The levels are sometimes better than Sonic Heroes. It's, I feel like, got more thought put into it than Sonic Heroes in some ways. But people instead think of Where's that damn fourth Chaos Emerald? I don't think I die at any point in this playthrough. Yeah, I don't think I do. I think I have a pretty deathless run-through of this game for this playthrough, and that's unfortunate because when you die in this game, usually falling down pits, I feel like, is the #1 way to die in this game. Shadow will always, every single time, he will say, "Damn, not here," which is, again, a perfect encapsulation of the fact that they just needed Shadow to sound cool. Damn, not here. But also, where would you want to die, Shadow? What do you mean, not here? Is there another place that you would rather die? A line that would, if they had to have him say damn something, a line that would have made infinitely more sense and not sound so goofy would have been, "Damn, not now." I don't know, something like that. So one thing I did not bring up in the last video that is a central mechanic to this game that you will almost never see me use are the Chaos powers. So if you do one side of the morality system more than another, so in this instance I got it for killing a bunch of Eggman's robots. If you fill that up, the blue gauge will fill up, and once you hit a certain amount of enemies, it will just, you know, fill up all the way, and you'll be able to press the Y button to do an action. When you fill up the hero side, you do, I think it's just Chaos Control, and you start to, you basically zoom through the level. It's an automated thing that just sends you flying through the level. It doesn't last very long, but fortunately one of the things I will say about it that's positive is that if you're over a pit, it will never deactivate, so it'll wait for you to be on either side of the pit. So this one actually might show this one off. If you kill enough of the, like, bad guys, or gun in this case, you could do Chaos Blast. No, I guess I won't show Chaos Blast. Chaos Blast is I'm more likely to use because it's an area of area of effect attack. It's a big screen nuke basically for enemies that are standing around you. So this level isn't that bad. The reason I'm not even talking about it is because it's really not of note. We have to collect 400 rings, which sounds like a tall order. But as long as you play the level carefully and aren't, like, getting hit by a bunch of enemies, you know, you're not going to really lose the rings. And as I said in the last video, getting hit now only removes 10 rings. So it's not a death sentence if you get hit by one enemy or one obstacle. And now we are at the end of the level now, and I do not have the 400 rings, which means I now have to go to this checkpoint and reselect a different checkpoint. The only reason that I didn't get 400 by the end of the level is because I missed that one triangle jump area. And there are these little things out here that you could shoot, and it causes balloons to shoot up, but I think that's too slow, honestly. It takes way too long. It's not very interesting. So just going back to this area and redoing the triangle jump to get the 50 rings is much more what I would rather do. It was this here. This is what I missed last time, so we're just gonna do this to finish out the level.
That's all of them.
Also, I've said before, I love the music in this game. The results screen song is so good.
Sorry, Doctor. I got no time for games.
It's a good. What can I say? It's a good song.
Commander! Comm Sector B3 are reporting that the black aliens have successfully been driven out of Westopolis. We've contained them in the forest, and they're completely cut off from the rest of their support.
Well done, Captain. What about Shadow?
Sir, we think Shadow escaped into the forest with the black aliens.
Alert all field commanders in Sector B. I'm authorizing full use of all tactical weapons. I want both black aliens and Shadow stopped and buried. Failure is not an option.
Yes, sir.
It's over, Shadow. You'll finally be exposed and eradicated for the evil that you are.
So we are making our way down the hero path, following our virtues. I do think that the hero path is also, if you could make a case for one of the paths in this game being canon, I would say perhaps the hero pathway, just because I feel like it's more in line with Shadow, and if you do a pure dark playthrough and then do the final story, it's like, okay, we followed Black Doom the entire time, and then right at the end, it's like, no, we're fighting him actually. Spoiler alert. Another good thing about the hero side path is that there aren't a lot of frustrating levels in this pathway. This is one of the reasons why, when I was first doing this, I was very surprised, very happy with my playthrough of the hero pathway, because you got all the great cutscenes, you get you've got damn 4th Chaos Emerald, the picture of Shadow on the desk, it's all good stuff. But also, I did not hate my playthrough of the hero side story. It's just, it's pretty straightforward. It's almost as straightforward as the neutral pathway, which, as I said before, is just literally running through each level, getting to the goal ring. It's some of the other pathways, and having to play each pathway twice to get the alternate ending. That's when this game really becomes a slog. And I'm a story guy. I enjoy stories in video games. This is, as I've said, it's incomprehensible, trying to figure out what is canon, if anything at all is canon. So, story-wise, it's a complete nightmare. Having to play through this game 10 times is just not fun. So, you know, I think that's the worst aspects of this game, the amount of times you have to play it. You know, Shadow can be very slippery at times, but other than that, I don't think it's that bad to play. It has some of the worst levels in the series, I'll give you that. But it's not, like, glitchy, like Sonic 06. It's hard to explain. I don't like this game.
Forgive me.
But it's not the worst game. You know, it's embarrassing. It's stupid. But the music's good. I think it plays fine. And I don't know, I'm conflicted at this point. I didn't enjoy playing this game almost at any point. But it's certainly not, like, I can't quite put my finger on what's wrong about this game, other than just the sheer amount of times you have to play it to, you know, unlock the final story and clear everything. I would say it was a good podcast game, because when I was going through doing all 10 of my playthroughs, I just put on a whole bunch of podcasts and were listening to those, and wasn't really paying attention to the game, and you know what, it was fine.
We've got them pinned down.
It's one of those you can just shut your brain off, for the most part. Like I said, there's one level in this game that fortunately you won't be seeing in either playthrough. I thought actually that it was in the dark playthrough, but it's in the, like, semi-dark playthrough. That would be a level called The Doom, which is quite literally the worst level I think I've ever played in any Sonic game. See, that was because Shadow's too slippery. I couldn't avoid that. Despite the fact that I knew it was there, I saw it. I just couldn't do anything. You know? Not really much else to say there. I enjoy the gunplay. I think this is this is no sillier. I mean, the concept is silly and I don't like it, but it's not as silly as... Or, I mean, it's no more silly than... like Ratchet and Clank, Jak and Daxter. Like, Jak and Daxter... Which, by the way, I don't like the Jak and Daxter games, so I'm not an expert on it, but... Jak and Daxter got incredibly edgy. Like, Jak 2 and Jak 3 are, like, incredibly edgy games, but no one ever brings those games up in the same way that they bring up Shadow the Hedgehog. When they're, like, basically the same amount of edgy.
I won't let you get away with trying to invade this planet.
So, I don't know. Again, this is not a good game. I am not saying it's a good game. I'm just saying I think this was just a bad era for games.
Having a little trouble with those gun agents, are we?
What a pitiful bunch.
What'd you say?
We're not here to exterminate these poor creatures. On the contrary.
What? What is he talking about?
What are you saying?
All will be revealed tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Shadow, you should rest. You need to be ready for tomorrow's ritual.
You scum! You're going down!
Shadow, do you know what tomorrow is?
April 30th? So, we have Black Bull here again for some strange reason. This fight is infinitely better than the first time you fight him because you can just do this. He doesn't run away, he just stands in the same place and you can just keep shooting him. This is what I'm saying, the bosses are either way too long or way too short. There's nothing in between. I would say this is one of the few Sonic games where I don't think there's a single good boss battle in this entire game. So yeah, some wild stuff. Also, this is about to show just how stupid the story is. Because we're gonna fight him here, and then the next cutscene is just gonna warp us to a location that we have not been yet, and it's not gonna explain it at all. We're gonna be there, and then we're not gonna be there. It's incredibly stupid. So yeah, that's Black Bull Round 2. That's another thing that's really bad about this game. There's a lot of repetition. Fighting the same bosses over and over again in the same story playthroughs. Levels that are just basically the exact same level as one you already played.
What's up, Shadow?
Not you again.
Nice to see you too. Looks like those black creatures are headed out to space. We're on our way to the Ark, so I guess that means we're going too.
We're on our way to the Ark, which means I guess we're going too.
Next stop?
That's another famous line from this game that I really wanted to get, and I'm happy I did. And look, I understand what they were trying to have Sonic say, but it sounds awkward. Okay? It does not sound good. We're headed to the Ark, so I guess that means we're going too. Is a bad line. See you next time.